All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I am super excited for this Shabbat. I am always excited for all Shabbats, of course, and all Shabbats are created equally according to our tradition, but sometimes you get to spend Shabbat with some very special friends. And before I introduce Hadar and Sheldon and their connection to our community, which is new and incredible, and our personal connection, we just want to open with song. So instead of doing any screen shares, I'm going to be pasting song lyrics directly into the chat box, which I am doing now. And we are going to begin with Holy Sound. And just like we always do, please sing along at home, just like we do when we're all together, even if the music's a little new.
This is the sound of something quiet. This is the sound of one small seed. This is the sound that breaks the silence. Come make a holy sound with me. Come make a holy sound with me. There is a harmony inside us. There is a harmony of peace. There is a harmony that binds us. Come make a holy harmony. Come make a holy harmony. We'd love to feel your voices, even if we can't hear them. This is the song of Hearts Wide Open. This is the song of Hearts Wide Open. This is the song of unity. This is the song of unity. This is the song that can't be broken. This is the song that can't be broken. Come make a holy song with me. Come make a holy song with me. Come make a holy song with me. This is the sound of something quiet. This is the sound of one small seed. This is the sound that breaks the silence. This is the sound, the song, the harmony we need. Come make a holy sound. Come make a holy sound with me. Come make your voices. So come make a holy sound. You sing it. Come make a holy sound. One more time. Come make a holy sound with me. With me. With me. With me. With me. With me. With me.
We are really blessed to be able to share the holy sound together, if not the true holy space that we all wish for. Cantor will say the same thing, but we just wish so badly that we were able to truly musically share the bima together, the four of us with instruments and everything else. Just a few things as we begin. Most of them are the regular Zoom, Facebook streaming mishigas that you're tired of hearing me say, and I'm tired of saying, quite frankly, but a couple of things that are different. Number one is you may notice immediately that Hadar and Sheldon have a way fancier sound setup than I or the Cantor. So as we switch between audio qualities, just know that it's us, not you, probably. Unless it is you, in which it's you, but I don't know because you're all on mute anyway. Another thing is because of the airflow issues in our old house that we love very much, but it is an old house, I have the door open, which means there's like a 25% higher chance of cats during the service than there are normally. So just be patient, and if they knock over the candles while they're lit, hopefully, I'll notice. As we move forward into our service, we'll be switching from myself and the cantor as we normally do, but also to Hadar and Sheldon, who are both professional musicians, Jewish professionals, educators, talented, brilliant, the best friends that you could possibly have, and also huge mensches. And because we're good friends, I totally played a trick on Sheldon, which he completely fell for, which is that you, my friend, are wearing a tie, and everyone on the video except for me is wondering why, because they all think that I'm bananas, that I wear a tie to the Zoom meetings, to the Zoom services, and 80% of them think I'm bananas for wearing a tie to services at all, because why come out to the suburbs if you're not going to relax a little bit? So I knew that you would show up with the tie brother game very strong if I said nothing. So just know that I appreciate it and everyone else doesn't. You can respond to that at a later time and get me back.
I've been told to keep our comments down tonight, so.
Yes, I think I used up my comment quota already. So as we move into Shabbat services, we'll go over to Cantor Maria, who will lead us in welcoming Shabbat with light. As we light our candles, you can turn into the service onto page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'echad likner shel Shabbat.
And as we continue with Kiddush on page 5, I invite you to rise as you are able, as you are technologically set up, able to do so. And those rules apply to all of the motions in our service. Please do what you are comfortable doing. The most important thing is, of course, to sustain Shabbat. And we join in Kiddush on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'v'ratzon yinchelanu zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit shehu yom tehilah למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. הבנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, מכל חנים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. אמן. ולחיים.
Chaim. As I pass it back over to Sheldon and Hadar, just know that we will be doing melodies both familiar and new tonight, but either way, we hope you will join and be a part of it with us. We continue in Kabbalat Shabbat with L'Chunu Ranana on page 12.
Please join us.
From mountain to sea, hear our song. all of the wonders and all of God's light. We rejoice. So now let us listen with all of our hearts to hear God's voice.
Continue with Hadar D on pages 20 and 21, paragraphs 1 to 5 and 9.
לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה לך דודי. לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשם בו תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עיר מלוכה כי מקור הברכה וראש מקדם נסוכה סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך תודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, you know it now. לקראת קלה sing it בני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך לילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. If you would like to now rise and physically greet the Sabbath bride, you can face the door to your living room sanctuary tonight, or kitchen sanctuary, whatever it is. And we say, Boi v'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'tzola, toch emunei am segula, boi kala, boi kala. לך דודי לקראת קלה, come on, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה.
As we continue in our Shabbat service, we continue with Chetzi Kaddish on page 26, immediately followed by the Parachu on page 28. Please remain standing-ish.
גדל והתקדש שמי רבה, ועל מה דברי חירותי והמליך מלכותי, בחיי כל אביום מיכון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל. בגלה, ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן, יהא שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה, ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לאלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ויאמרו Amen.
And we continue with Baruch Hu on page 28.
La 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 ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד, המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד. And that's what happens when your stripe goes kaput in the middle of your
Stage tech difficulties plague us no matter where we find ourselves, in any bima, in any sanctuary, in any room. We continue in our service on page 30, reading together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhmah poteach she'arim, u'bitvuna mishaneh itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, b'mishmoroteham barakia kirsono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, u'mavdil bein yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzebaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv haravim. And as we move into our Shema space, we do so through a shared holy sound once again.
Before we do that, just very quickly, first of all, Cantor, we knew you had a beautiful voice and we are so glad to get to hear it once again, but we did not know that you played guitar. Oh, you knew that?
No,
I didn't know that.
I did not know that.
And I will just say, I'm not sure how many of the congregation knows this, but Rabbi Jim and I used to play together on Shabbat, and he would play his bass. So I would be curious after the service to know if that has been brought out just yet. Not yet, Rabbi is
We've got to inspect the foundations of the synagogue first, make sure we're ready.
before you bring out the rumble. We have an opportunity to, with this next piece, to actually, even though we typically can't make music together over Zoom because of the delay, we do have an opportunity with this next piece, which is out of time, to make a beautiful sound with you, Cantor. So if you want to make sure that you're unmuted, we would love the opportunity to make some music with you for this one.
This is the sound of something quiet. This is the sound of one small seed. This is the sound that breaks the silence. Come make a holy sound with me. Come make a holy sound with me.
We come out of that special moment with the Ve'ahavta on page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים כאלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר חוצץ איתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
And we continue at the top of page 39. Together, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And while this melody may be new to some, it will not be new to many of us because we have done it some in the religious school, and I am super excited to introduce it formally to our Shabbat context.
Right. Okay, just repeat after me. Michamocha, your turn. Michamocha. Michamocha ba'elim, your turn.
מיכה באלים,
מיכה מוחה באלים אדוני,
מיכה באלים אדוני,
מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
מי כמוך נהדר
All together
בקודש.
now. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Sing it with us now. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. Now, if you're tapping your foot, or snapping your finger, or patting your thigh, that is by design. Our ancestors, when they first sang these words, they had just finished marching across the Red Sea, and they gave thanks for their freedoms. So this is a song of gratitude. And in the Ve'ahavta, which we just chanted, we said, you shall love Adonai your God with all your soul, with all your heart, and with all your might. And I think you can't really achieve all of that without also moving your body a little bit. So whether that's just tapping your foot, moving in your seat like this, or standing up, marching, and showing us your moves. Do it now, sing. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, sing נורא תהילות עושה. I wasn't kidding, I want you to get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Come on, I say get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Come on, sing get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. Where's the shaker? Get up, stand up. Come on. Don't give up the fight. Sing. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר keep going, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש.
And we continue that energy in a different tone on pages 42 and 43 with Hashkivenu, Let There Be Love.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. You sing it. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Eshalom. Let there be love, your voices. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Ve'amidenu shomrenu lechaim ufos aleinu sukat shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Eshalom. Keep singing Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu, Hashkivenu Leshalom.
And we continue welcoming Shabbat with the Shamru on page 44.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You sing. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לקרוא אותם ברית עולם, sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לקרוא אותם ברית עולם, sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לקרוא אותם ברית עולם, sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת, לקרוא אותם ברית עולם, sing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, sing la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Come on.
Amazing. We take that incredible energy, the jazzed up, traditional. When Moses handed down that melody, I'm sorry, the cat thinks that tzitzit are cat toys. And we've had many conversations with the cat about how these are sacred religious objects, and if we count them, it reminds us the number of positive commandments that we are supposed to be doing all the time, but I don't really think it gets in. I don't really think it sinks in there. So we take that prayer and other prayers into our hearts on this Shabbat as we continue in prayer on the even pages starting on page 46.
It was so awesome. Adonai sefata tiftachu fi yagid tehillatcha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, ולעליון גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחייך הכל, אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה, מחלקי חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גיבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לך חיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחייך הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
And please be seated as you are able and set up to do so. I have to say with great pride that this next part of our service will be Hadar and Sheldon's favorite, especially I know Sheldon. But every single week in our community, we take time when we turn to pages 58 and 59 to share as a community what we're thankful for. So please go ahead and start that sharing. Tell someone next to you, pick up the phone and text someone something that you would like to say thank you for that you shared with that person, or maybe you're thankful for that person. Or please just type it in the chat box and I'll do my best to read them aloud as they come in. I will start. I am very thankful for Hadar and Sheldon as musicians and guests in our community, as partners for Cantor and myself, and as friends. And I am also thankful that a year ago wait, I better get this right or else Charlotte's gonna kill me. Let's see. What day is the 17th? I think it's Sunday. A year ago Sunday, Charlotte and I got secretly married in advance of our actual wedding. And it was a huge secret that involved both of our families showing up in full and then me accidentally telling everybody for the rest of the week. Thankful that my mom is with me. Love it. Mary and Rich completed 41st hit year. So only 40 more to go, Charlotte. New granddaughter, yes, thank you for putting that one. Oh, and we have a name, Ariana Naomi Windman, beautiful. Graduated from optometry school, fantastic, Mazel Tov. 26th anniversary, Pam and Mike, well done. Wendy graduated from college, Mazel Tov. College graduation, all these events, you know, it's just so much more gratitude is shared from everybody because we all understand what's being missed from everything. Thank you for sharing the beautiful music. And Laura's running her first marathon tomorrow. That is gonna be very interesting how that goes, I'm sure. We take all of those moments of gratitude and pieces of gratitude from the week and look forward to collecting more in the week to come as we join together on the very bottom of page 58. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, ulcha na'eh lehodot. And as we continue, because we still do have so much to pray for, especially at this time, we do so with our prayer for peace on page 60.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
On those sacred words and sweet melody of peace, we turn inward for a few moments, seeking that inner Shabbat for ourselves in our homes. We do so in a shared silence that still creates a holy sound and a holy bond among all of us.
יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי וגואלי, אדוני צורי וגואלי. יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון עם רפי והגיון ליבי לפניך. May the words of my mouth and meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, to you. May the words of my mouth and meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, to you. Adonai Tzuri v'Goali, Adonai Tzuri v'Goali. Yihyu leratzon min refi v'gion libi lefanecha. Yihyu leratzon min refi v'gion libi lefanecha, lefanecha, lefanecha.
We've reached the moment in our service where we think of those who are in need of healing. And as we turn to page 253 in the prayer book, our hearts turn to all of those, most especially those afflicted with COVID-19, who are in need of healing of body, mind, or spirit. We pray to you in new ways at this time and seek of healing for a new disease that is a new experience to all of us. In our community, we're especially thinking of David Gohane, Gail Abramson, Denise Lowett, Masha Chaya Batflipe, Barbara Enos, Darcy Pfeiffer, Emma Berla, David Ben Pessel, John Nathaniel, Yaakov Chaim Ben Shoshana, Herb Diamond, Lucien Rappaport, Marilyn Lancy, Susan Fishbane, Jean Resnick, Paul Block, Justin Schulman, Dee Inge, Cheryl Enger, Naomi Kirstein, Grace and Shane Friedman, Linda Tomlinson, Tom Keating, Muriel Levin, Stuart Bard, Jennifer Rosenthal, Grace Rockland, Katie Hirsch, Mary Pellin, Pesach Menachem Ben Devora, Zoya Bat Raya, George Basso, Avraham Yitzhak ben Moshe Chaika, Eileen Grogan, Aharon ben Zoya, Warren Collins, Renee Farley, Duncan Littleman, Golda Bat Leah Elka, Bob Stupinski, Rebecca Gomer, Joan Lansberg, Kim Suttle, Shelby Caban, Rochelle Small, Nehemiah Ben Shifra, and Gilda Males. We think as well everybody who is supporting those who are in need, risking their own health to do so. And I invite everyone to please share out loud the name of anyone for whom you are thinking of at this time of healing. Irv Gaffin, Mahmoud Mascoudi, David Crystal, Denise Gilmartin, Gary McKillady, Betty Martin Davies, Rosie Proza, Maxine Zimmerman, Charlotte Haber, and Eugene Haber. And we join together in the middle of page 253.
May the source of strength who blessed the one before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with רפואה שלמה, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you, Cantor. We come now to a very special moment in the service, mostly because I didn't have to write a sermon this week, which is part of why we outsource certain professional moments. We bring in people who have specifically meaningful and inspirational stories and moments to share with us. And we look forward to sharing one with you, a sermon, a story, and song.
We want to share with you a piece called Body is a Temple. And as we sing it, we'd like to invite you to meditate on what exactly makes a sanctuary and what the purpose and function of that sanctuary is, and of this community, and why we come to pray.
If my body is a temple, keep my feet on the ground. If my body is a temple, help me stand for something now. Let me march toward freedom, the holiest sound. If my body is a temple, keep my feet on the ground.
If my body is a temple, keep my arms open wide. If my body is a temple, help my hands do what's right. Let me hold on to justice, the holiest side. If my body is a temple, keep my arms open wide.
Amen, 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 amen. If my body is a temple, keep my voice in a song. If my body is a temple, help wisdom guide my tongue. Let me sing out for kindness, so holy and strong. If my body is a temple, keep my voice in a song. Amen, 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 amen,
Your voices. Amen.
amen, amen. Amen, 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 amen. If my body is a temple, keep my feet on the ground.
So, right before we started singing this song, Rabbi Stoloff said, instead of a sermon, we're going to hear.
Just a quick, it is always Rabbi Jim here.
Okay, Rabbi.
Half the people on the call are like, who's Rabbi Stoloff?
All right, well, Rabbi Jim, thanks for throwing me off my game right now. He said right before we started singing, he said a couple of songs and a story. And this sort of contradicted a little bit our earlier instructions of don't talk a lot, keep it short. And so right before we started, I turned to Sheldon and I said, okay, we have to just keep it short, so let's not, but you said a story. And now you interrupted me, so I'm going to tell a quick story. I grew up in Israel, in Tel Aviv, and my mom is American, but I grew up pretty secular, one might say, and I could probably count the number of times I actually stepped into a synagogue in Israel on one, maybe two hands, and it was probably almost always for bar mitzvahs for friends and when I was in 7th grade. So my concept of a holy space and a sanctuary and what it means to be in a sanctuary was not quite clear. And then I moved to the U.S. and I met this one, and we had a lot of cultural differences and cultural arguments, let's say. And we talked about a little bit on Monday, how I used to say I identify as Israeli, but I wasn't really connecting to my Judaism as much. And look at me now. But it was really through this line of work, whether it was working with Rabbi Jim, working with my husband, and just getting to sort of experience spirituality through music, which I always did experience. I just didn't really realize that that's kind of what it was. And so the song that we wrote, Body is a Temple, it's about what happens, what makes a space holy. Is it the synagogue? Is it the Torah? Is it the clergy? And I always come to the same conclusion that it's not the space itself that is holy, but it's that we turn into holiness in the space through music, through meditation, and we have been able to do that in our own homes now and through these screens. So thank you for being here with us and helping us create this not just for your congregation, but for ourselves as well.
Amen.
This next song is called Ve'imru Amen.
In this home, sacred space, we are one. Together we pray.
Sing with us.
In this home, sacred space, we are one. Together we pray. Together we pray.
Together we pray.
In this home.
In this home.
Sacred space.
Sacred space.
We are one.
We are one.
Together we pray.
Together we pray.
The only thing that I can say to that all of us really are feeling from the bottom of our hearts is, of course, Amen. Thank you so much for sharing everything that you have with our community. We turn to conclude our service as we rise, as we're able to do so, for Aleinu on page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
And we remain standing now as our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, everyone whose life was a blessing to humanity, most especially those who have no one left to say Kaddish for them. And of course, we think of everyone who has passed away from this crisis. In our congregation, we recall the recent passings of Betty Bergless and Rhoda Littinger, and we recall the yard sites on this Shabbat of Minnie Bagner, Benjamin Chases, Linda Davis, Rita Horowitz, Alex Kapolsky, Janice Dave Lamana, David Leff, Bernard Lowenberg, Harry Mandel, Ilse Marks, Hilly Moskowitz, Molly Nashell, Ina Nebelkoff, Jacob Schneider, Anna Schneider, Erwin Silver, Rita Sussman, Leon Tanzer, Ann Urbach, Andrew Wiesenfield, and Janet Gibbons. For any other names for Kaddish Yatom from Mornis Kaddish, please say them out loud now or add them to the chat box where I'll read the names as best I can. Jeff Schechtman and Marion Proza. We continue together on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach yurete v'yamlich malchute. V'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. V'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudasha barichu. Le'elam min kol virchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'rumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam libracha. May their memory be a blessing, as we say once more. Amen. Please be seated. And we now turn to our President Steve Berman for a few words of wisdom and welcome on this Shabbat. If I can figure out how to, I can definitely unmute you. What I'm trying to figure out how to do is to spotlight you. Let's see. Steve, your co-host, so theoretically. Still muted. Every time you think that there is nothing you don't know how to do on Zoom, there comes something else. All right, I'm going to try this.
I think I was able to just spotlight him, if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, I got the spotlight. I
Okay,
found him. Oh,
got
here we are.
myself off mute. I figured it out myself, Joe.
Excellent.
I wasn't going to wait for you. Rabbi, thank you. Cantor, thank you. Hadar and Sheldon, thank you so much for making this a special Shabbos. It was wonderful. I definitely hope we can do this again in person in the future. I'd love to be on the beamer with you and hear the four of you doing collaboration. I think that'll be a heck of a night. Okay, just a few of the announcements. I'm not going to go into too deep. The temple will be open Sunday morning from 10 till 12 for gift card shopping this week. Stop by, you'll get buzzed in as long as nobody else is there, and you'll do it right through the window. You know, we've got the awards something or other coming up at the end of June. We still too early to know whether it's going to be a dinner, a breakfast, a Zoom session, whatever it might be, but we are putting together a journal to honor Audrey and Joel and Susan and Larry and Barbara Haber upon her retirement. The link went out in the announcements, so please consider placing an ad. That would be very, very well appreciated. Tomorrow morning, Wrestling with the Torah and Shabbat services. Just two other things I want to mention. The two evening events coming up this week. Monday night is Jewish Spirits, which is horror and hooch. Jim's got his moonshine coming up with him. There'll be Jewish ghost stories and four of the Cantor and the Rabbi's favorite liquors. So join us for that. That should be interesting if they start imbibing a little bit. Cantor, I imagine you're bringing vodka, correct? That has to be among your four favorites. And last and certainly not least, Wednesday night at our weekly updates, this week's special guest is Barbara Haber, more Barbara. Barbara will share with us some stories from the past, years gone by, and I'm sure we'll see some beautiful grandbaby pictures. And after that, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Have a good week. Stay safe.
I could not resist.
Yeah.
I could not resist the desire to play along with the last song. It's all in E, Cantor, if you want to jam along as well. I am 100% going to be on mute, but I'm down here, both cats in the basement. We're going to rock out to Shehechianu because this is the first moment that you have joined us for Shabbat, hopefully of many. I'm going to spotlight it over to you, Cantor, just for whatever's in your heart in the moment.
Wow, Rabbi, I love that. I was waiting for this for so long to happen and it never did until today. So hopefully soon we'll be experiencing this much more often. Guys, you're so amazing. Just thank you from the very bottom of my heart, and I know that everyone feels immense appreciation and are quelling, and you're so wonderful.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you so much for having us. It's really, really
Amen,
been
amen.
so special. Yeah. And we also look
Mutual
forward,
Admiration Club.
looking
there.
forward to getting to do this together in person, hopefully soonish.
Definitely.
Rabbi James Stoloff, are you ready to rock? Clap your hands. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hinianu l'zman hazeh. You know these words, sing along. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hinianu l'zman hazeh. To life and to life and to life and to life and l'chaim. To life and to life and to life and to life and l'chaim. I wanna hold on to this moment now, l'chaim. Those hands clap, 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 clap. Or you can stomp your feet. Stomp, 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 stomp. Here we go. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'hinianu l'zman hazeh. To life and to life and to life and to life and l'chaim. To life and to life and to life and to life and l'chaim. I wanna hold on to this moment now, l'chaim. To life. To life. Break it down. Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu l'zman hazeh.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is everyone's favorite part of the evening where we stop the live stream, stop the recording,